Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Balcony Banter. This is Tim Dowd sat next to Christina.
Hello.
And below us, we've got Ian in the corner.
Hello.
We have Juliane in the middle.
Hi.
And back by popular request, we have Cleo O'Flynn on the right hand side there.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for coming in, guys. I do have my Faulty Towers t-shirt on. I'll show it you in a minute. I want to thank Dennis and Irwin for giving this to me. I know I said don't bring stuff over, but they said they brought it before they heard that we don't want you to stuff your bags full of presents for us because, hey, you need the space, you know what I mean? So today's show is going to be a quick update from Cleo. She's going to go first because I think she's got to shoot out, but she's got some more details. And don't forget to get the full details on her show tomorrow at 1 o'clock on Adeki Radio FM. She'll give you all the details of that. Ian has been in the background there doing all the hard work as an executive producer has to do, sipping coffee, smoking cigarettes. And just doing the doing the run of the show.
Just keeping you in order.
Juliane is a holistic mentor there in the bottom there, so therefore she just asks questions. She doesn't have to do anything.
Exactly.
And we've got to do all the hard work of thinking. And I'm just the mouthpiece. Christina, what have you been doing today?
Not a lot.
Zero. Oh, and I had a car crash. I'll tell you all about that in a minute. So
you took my sleep away from me.
I took your sleep away. That sounds like a song.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Balcony Banter. We're back in 2 seconds. And we're back. So it's very, very exciting at the moment. What I have got is live pictures from the volcano. I'm just going to show that for 2 seconds, Cleo. Then I'm going to bring you in, if that's okay. So these are the live pictures from the volcano in Cumbre Vieja in La Palma. Cumbre Vieja means the old summit. So I'm assuming there's a new summit. And it's been spouting off today, and it actually reached the sea, I think, last night or this morning. And so La Palma has a new coastline now. The scaremongering about the acid rain and all the gases coming from the sea didn't really happen. But Cleo's going to tell you all about that in a minute. Let me see if I can do this now. So here's the volcano, and here's Cleo. Are you okay, Cleo? Go right ahead.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. I think scaremongering is possibly unfair because these have been warnings. The scientific team who have been in place since the beginning of September what they have been doing is issuing worst possible scenario warnings to people because they want to keep people safe. And one of the warnings was that when or if the lava finally did enter the sea, there was a possibility and a potential that it could form acid rain clouds or sodium chloride clouds that would be dangerous to people. And one of the reasons they've been saying that is in 1971, the last time this erupted, the only person to die during that eruption was somebody who inhaled the fumes caused when the lava entered the sea. So there was a reason behind it. And you said, maybe the new summit, if that's the Cumbre Vieja, maybe the Cumbre Nueva is being created as we speak by the lava falling into the sea. I think phones pinged all over the place yesterday at 11 p.m. when it finally made sea fall, if you want to call it that. This has been threatened since day 3 of the eruption, which is, it started 10 days ago. But it's been more of a spectacular than a danger because, as you say, these vast clouds that we were being warned about haven't actually manifested themselves. That being said, yet always has to be put at the end of any sentence about this lava and this volcano because it hasn't followed the rules. It has skewed the predictions of the scientists. There have been more vents opened than they thought, an extra fissure. It went from 16 to 600 meters in width, the lava flow during the 10 days. So nothing has been safe to predict about the volcano. The only thing that I think we can say is that the emergency services did their job and that no injuries or deaths have occurred among the population, which, fair praise and fair play to the guys who did their job. Important if people are interested in just what's going to happen to those people. That there's over 6,000 people have been evacuated. About 600 properties have already been destroyed by the lava. Yesterday, the Spanish government declared officially the whole island of La Palma a disaster zone. And that meant that they could immediately release 10.5 million euros into the hands of the Canarian government, who can now go and buy homes like now, next week, the week after, for people who have lost their homes. So they are beginning already to buy properties to house people. It's not the same. It's not the same as losing your home, or it's not going to be the same house that might have been in your family for generations. But as we've seen from the pictures, lava doesn't go away. It's not like a flood or that leaves behind a property to be recovered and renovated. Lava destroys and obliterates and creates new landscapes. So that's what's happened. But for now, the only thing I think the authorities want to say to people is there's a 2-mile nautical exclusion zone around where the lava is falling into the sea. And there is a 3.5-kilometer zone around where the eruption is taking place. Because even though the acidic rain didn't happen, the clouds that you see in the pictures right in front of us, they have got tiny particles of lava in them, and they can cause skin, eye, nose, and throat irritation. So people are being asked to stay indoors, and if they have to go outdoors, they have to cover their eyes. You see the reporters from TV Canaries are now wearing gas masks. They've been wearing goggles. People are advised to wear long sleeves to protect themselves. So there's still danger in the air, potentially. But so far, what has happened is property has been destroyed, but people haven't. And I think that's always a good thing.
That is fantastic, Cleo. Thank you very much for that quick update there. I did look at some of the reports, and let me do this. I did look at some of the reports, and there was a few people on there that had homes, and they were very emotional about losing their homes. You were saying that the money's been released now to buy homes, and I did also read that online. So are these going to be bought for the people, or is it just temporary housing for the 600 displaced families until they can start to rebuild with some sort of insurance, or is there an insurance?
Well, a lot of questions there. I think the fact that the area has been named a disaster zone will actually mean that some of the insurance policies will now pay out. Okay. So that's one of the things. Rebuilding, where will they rebuild? I mean, it is quite possible as well that areas where the lava has flowed will be considered zones of scientific interest. So I think it's quite doubtful. The map won't look the same. You can't kind of pull up an ordnance survey map and say, this is where my house needs to be built again, because quite possible all of those contours have changed. So from what I understand, that 10.5 million is already being used to buy permanent homes for some people. Wow. I mean, I don't think it'll be able to house all 600, but they have moved very quickly on this. Yeah. And Pedro Sanchez, the Spanish Prime Minister, who was here the day the eruption started, he cancelled a trip to New York and flew here, as did the King and Queen. He said he'll be back. And he has said again nationally that the people of La Palma can rest assured they won't be forgotten. Well I'm done. Sure there will be people who won't get nobody will be able to get back what they've lost. That's impossible. Okay. But I have a feeling that, possibly helped by the fact that you have socialists in Madrid, in the Canary Island regional government, and in a lot of the smaller governments. So it's one party working together. At all level of administration, they have said we are working together to make sure that people will be rehoused as soon as possible. I mean, there are some properties already up for sale or for rent, and I think that they will probably then also begin building. And the fact that it has been declared an emergency zone means that they can cut through a lot of the bureaucratic tape quite quickly. So, I mean, that is a positive thing.
Yeah, and the pictures we're seeing is from Canarian TV, which they've been broadcasting for the last 10 days live on YouTube. You want to say something about that?
I mean, I have some colleagues who work there. We're a small bunch of journalists who work in Tenerife, and fair play to the guys. They were there with the scientists before the volcano erupted. And again, this is down to the excellence of the scientists. The camera was actually shooting the zone with a reporter doing a piece to camera, when the cameraman starts to say, like a panto, behind you, because right at that moment, live on television, the first eruption began. So
Wow.
they have been there from the beginning, and they
But
have obeyed all the rules in terms of security and safety. It's no easy task to actually do a live broadcast in front of a camera in a gas mask, but they have done it, and very professional and very well done to them.
Well done, yeah. Well done to everybody there. And you've been interviewing people some yesterday and today, and that you're going to publish that tomorrow on your
Right.
radio show.
A colleague who's an excellent she's an excellent human being, but an excellent feature journalist too. A woman called Barbara Belt, lives in La Gomera, but she went to La Palma to work as a freelance journalist. So she recorded a piece with me for my podcast with Janet this week, but she's coming on live tomorrow. She's back in La Gomera now, but she's going to come on live with me tomorrow and talk about the people she met while she was out there. I mean, she spoke to residents, she spoke to emergency service workers, and she's just going to kind of talk through the human side of the effect of what we're seeing on our screens right now. So I'll be talking to her about all of that tomorrow, as well as other things, because it's the first English time back on Radio Soredeje tomorrow between 1 and 1:30 on 107.9 FM.
Thank you, Cleo. And on that note, I'm going to say thank you and let you go. We'll go back to this view here, and you can stick around for as long as you like, Cleo.
I'll stay for another 2 minutes and watch the video.
Okay. Okay, so thank you for that. And now I'm going to do a very quick COVID update for you guys. Well, I've got the latest figures here, and as you can see, the whole of the Canary Islands, we're down to 1,615 active cases. We still, thank God, have not reached 1,000 deaths in the Canary Islands there. If we zoom over now to Tenerife, you'll see that Tenerife is down to 888 active cases, and if we look at the details there, you'll be able to see that it's mostly Santa Cruz, La Laguna, Arona, which is around Los Cristianos and Las Americas, and Adeje is just over the 100. The rest are not even worth talking about these days, so that's really, really good. We've gone up steep, we've come down steep. If we look at the history there, you can see on the left-hand side, it was the beginning coming down. We can't get the first spike there, but we're on basically the fifth spike now, which was the most rapid and the highest Delta variant, but we came straight back down, and we're back down to around about 25 cases per day over the average 7 days. So that is really good stuff. I should imagine that maybe even tomorrow we might even go to a different level. I don't know if you know anything about that, Cleo, at all.
We're on level 2. I doubt they will drop it to level 1 yet. I'd say they'll wait for another week or two to see if the trend holds. But I mean, I think that the overall direction is excellent.
Okay, great. Cool. Did I knock something? I did knock something. The stereo went. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Can I say one more little thing, by the way?
Yes, ma'am.
The Adeje fiestas, like as we know, fiestas, Romarias, all those kind of things have been cancelled the last year and a half. But there is a kind of a slimmed down version of the Adeje fiestas, which kick off properly next week. There'll be concerts. There's going to be a lot of kids events. Some paid, some free. But the paid ones, even a concert with Agonai, who is now quite a big Spanish star, and he's from here. All of the money that is taken at the gates and at the doors for all of these concerts will be going to help the people in La Palma. So I just wanted to give that a special mention.
Thank you. Oh, and I did read somewhere, and correct me if I'm wrong, Cleo, I did read somewhere that they're not asking for any more clothes, but they are asking for, they say all your monetary stuff will go direct where it's needed.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Hyperduna the other day, and you can just, when you go to pay at the checkout, you can just add on, whatever you want, and that goes straight into a La Palma fund. And most ayuntamientos and local places will have some way of donating. Okay,
great. Right, so that was the COVID, that was the end of La Palma there, and now we come to the
end of La Palma. No. No.
But now we come to the thing you've all been waiting for with bated breath, the episode 8 of Juliane's Vlog 21. And do you want to sort of like set this up, Juliane?
Yes, I think it's perfect. Actually, I haven't realized how well it ties into what Cleo just talked about and giving us all the facts. So thank you very much, Cleo. Excellent work. And I think it goes really well with the topic, how the internet and social media can influence our psyche. And yes, I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Our audience, our friends, and also Ian, of course, and Christine and Tim and Cleo. Yeah, so I'm curious to know how the whole last year's situation, maybe, and also now the La Palma situation, how that has influenced or can influence our psyche engaging too much. So let's just watch the video and see. This video, by the way, as all the other ones of Vlog 21, was created in May 2018. So mind, it's 3 years ago. I think it fits perfectly in our today's situation. So here we go.
Okay, roll VT.
Hi guys, this is Juliane with Vlog 21, episode number 8. And first of all, I would like to thank very much for this question that I got. And it's about social media and the internet and how it influences our psyche individually and in a collective sense. So no doubt social media and the internet is a global thing, and it connects us all, people we know or people we don't know, so they can all connect. But at the same time, I think it's a very individual thing, and as in everything, you have a positive side and a negative side. So there are positive aspects about the internet and social media and negative ones. And I would like to put them more into the sense of productive and non-productive. So, for example, non-productive would be to be nosy and to gossip on the internet. So if you don't have anything good or positive or creative to say, then just don't engage or don't put anything. Better solution would be to stay curious. Yes, you should always stay curious, but then be curious to learn new things and to get things moving forward. Another non-productive use of the internet or social media would be to distract your own self from your own self. So distraction from your own self. So we all know that, I guess. I include myself as well. That sometimes I catch myself scrolling, and then it's distracting me from things that I actually need to do. But more productive more productive behavior would be to work on your own self and or engage in a project, for example. Another non-productive use or tool, internet use, would be to fill a void that you might have in your own life. So something is lacking in your own life, and by reading and by using too much social media, you try to compensate this void you actually have in your life. So more productive behavior would be to take action, to actually take action and start networking with like-minded people, or try to reconnect with your loved ones or with your family, or just get more going and get more into the flow of actually creating and taking action. As you can see, it's all a matter of choice where you want to put your energy to, and it depends what priority you give it. And it's also your own self who's gonna say stop. If you see that you engage too much in non-productive activity using the internet and social media, then it's your own self-control that's stopping you from doing that. So I think it's always finding the balance between the virtual life, social media, internet, and the life beyond that. I would say outside internet and social media, because I'm not going to use the term real life, because social media and internet is so real as everything in this world right now. So it has become so real that it's real world as well. So find the balance between social media, internet, and the world outside of that. And then some really great experiences are created sometimes in this world outside of social media and internet, and you can actually have and experience a lot of fun. So if you want to leave any comment for me, I would be happy to hear or listen to your comments or read them. And tomorrow I'm going to be out with the next video with number 9. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you tomorrow. Bye.
Well, there we go. Juliane, you have center stage.
That went quick, huh?
But
Well,
good.
Thank you, Christine.
Good.
Thank you. Yes, I mean, no doubt there has been a lot of good things about the internet, and I'm just gonna, for myself, mention just one right now, because it just happened today that I realized this actually. That's also the reason why I'm remotely joining in today. I picked up my mom from the airport, and I was like, oh yeah, I mean, it's a year ago that I picked her up from the airport, so that is a long time. But it just didn't feel like a long time, because I've been talking to her on the phone or video calling her every day basically. So it does not necessarily seem so long ago, but it felt good, and that's what I mentioned in the video as well. Good experience then in real reality, to be able to hug somebody and welcoming and all this lovely jubbly things. So
Lovely jubbly, I like that.
yeah. How do you feel about this, Ian? In how did the internet and social media influence you in over the last, maybe let's take over the last 2 years?
Normally, I don't do very much on social media and the internet and that. But where I found it a great help to me was when I was a booking secretary of our village hall. I actually moved all the work onto the internet to make it a lot easier. And before I could actually do that, I had to convince other people. I'll let you understand, we had a small committee, and basically they were most of them were pen and pencil people.
Yeah.
Um, I did a wee bit on the internet before I actually joined the committee. Once I joined the committee and took over as booking secretary, I got everything changed onto the internet, and I found it great. But it's the convincing of people
Yeah.
To sort of make the change to do it.
Yeah.
It is simple. It is simple to do. And obviously, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I'm only speaking from a personal personal experience. I've just grown sort of into it, and obviously, look what we've got today. I'm talking to you people in Tenerife and around the world.
Exactly.
You know, so I mean, over I think since the pandemic started, the internet has social media in all forms has grown, and it's grown very, very quickly. I find
Yeah.
that's my opinion on it. I would say it's probably grown for the better, but maybe in some instances it's maybe gone the other way, gone to the negative side. Uh, it will be, I would imagine, it would be affecting people different ways.
Yeah.
Uh, I would say there'd be a lot of people would really get into it and really appreciate it. Other people may find it, what would be the word for it, hurting.
Yeah.
And it could probably go, sort of affect their mental thoughts, eventually.
Absolutely. Yes.
That to me is the worrying part of it. There is, let's face it, there is so much of it now out there. It doesn't matter what you do. You turn on the television, uh, media there, you get everything coming on. You go onto the internet, you can log on to anything. Um, you have to, I feel you have to have a very, very strong willpower uh, to be able to decipher the good, the positive stuff from the negative
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
know?
absolutely. You're right, Ian. I feel the same, that you need to have a good filter and, like you mentioned, yeah, a strong, yeah, mind or will, or, well, if you don't want to call it will, but then at least a desire to put priorities right. What is my priority? Is my and if my thoughts or my engagement online goes more towards a direction that you can actually become more aware of that. If my engagement goes more in a negative direction, and sometimes we are not so aware of it right from the beginning, but we can become more conscious about it. If it gives you a bad feeling, or it gives you some kind of overwhelmed feeling, then obviously it's a good indicator to make a checkup. Is it too much time that I'm engaging in this, and even though I might not give or out any comments, or I'm not an active engager, but even taking it in, as audible or visual, can make a huge impact on your yeah, mental health. Absolutely. And I, for example, like, of course we feel with what's happening in La Palma. I did as well. I came back from a hike, and my friend said to me, "Turn on the TV. The eruption on La Palma just started." And I was like,
So,
"What? Okay, what?"
exactly. What
But
I mean, when you saw that, what did you take out of that? Whenever you saw that, you went, oh. So I mean,
yes, yes, it's like you see it, and of course there are so many pictures, and also pictures that are shared on the internet about this incident, the same as the pandemic or whatever content that is out there. But if I feel that it causes me to feel bad about it, then it's not really worth engaging. Better could be, well, okay, that thing is happening. It's a fact. Yes, I cannot do anything about a volcano, or I cannot just switch it off like the light. I cannot do that. But what I can do is, I can maybe donate, or I can maybe clean my closet and give things and send things. That's what I can do.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the negative and the positive side. I mean, I would say thank you to Cleo tonight
Yes.
for giving us actual information.
Yes.
The unfortunate thing about the internet, as I said earlier on, there is so much misinformation out there. And as I said, somebody that's sort of near or sort of it's not able to grasp that the false stuff, it could lead to sort of a mental, I wouldn't say a breakdown, but you understand what I'm trying to say onto that line. I mean, let's face it, it is great for information, and there is a lot of great information out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
But there is a lot of hype.
Of hype, yes. And
Yeah.
And yes, like I said in the video, it's oftentimes also distraction. Maybe that you don't know, or we don't know what to do in a certain situation, and then, oh yeah, well, I cannot do anything. It's out of my control. So, well, might as well distract myself.
Yep.
Yes, distraction is okay and is good, but how do you distract yourself? Are you coming closer to yourself while distracting yourself, or are you pulling away from your inner self? And that's a very important thing to become aware of, actually. Distracting yourself, pulling away, or coming closer to your own self. That is, I think that is really a key. And that can happen very, very quickly. And we sometimes don't even realize how quickly it can happen.
I was actually thinking about, you actually just said it there, pulling away your inner self. How do you feel about it? How do you recognize that? Must I pull away from that and disregard it? That's that fine line that you're on.
Yeah, that's the fine line. And it's also this moment where we feel sometimes that we lose connection, and it's just getting too much. And then I found it a good thing to do in over the last 2 years, or even the last year predominantly, is really having a social media or internet detox day. So just nothing at all, and just outside enjoying nature is a very good reconnector with your own self.
Yeah, you've got something there that you can let it out. You go out your nature, you go on your walks, you do your wee bits sitting out there, and you feed that back into us, which we really appreciate. On that's an outlet for you, but there's many people don't have outlets. This is where it builds up mentally.
It does, but meditation you can do anywhere. Start when you go to the loo. That's the easiest place where you can start. And there's a loo everywhere, I think.
Well, that's an idea. Must try that.
Yeah.
I'm going to save Ian now. I'm going to save him. I'm going to save Ian now.
Save him.
I'm going to save Ian. You know, if you start talking about the loo and I've got him big on the screen there, I'm going to save him. So. Christina's good at meditating. When I go for my morning walk, she meditates a lot, don't you, kid?
Yeah.
Sometimes I come in and she's still meditating.
Yep.
Good on you, Christy. Good on you.
Yes, but she's traveling to other worlds.
She's traveling to other worlds as we speak.
Yeah.
In fact, she said I nicked her sleep today because I had a car crash.
Yeah.
Car crash.
Really?
Yeah, I was going out my gate. I don't know if you know, outside the gate we've got this wannabe roundabout, which isn't a roundabout.
Wannabe. That's really well put.
It's a wannabe roundabout. Yeah. And it used to be that if you're coming up the hill, you had to stop for people on the roundabout, and then they changed it to say if you're going round the roundabout, you've got to stop for the people coming up the hill. So it's like a yellow thing with a give way, and now they've put a sleeping policeman there, so it looks like you've got to stop, and then the other guy stops and the other one starts. Anyway, there was a load of cars going past the front gate, and I'm coming out of the gate, and as they were all going past, the last car went past. I looked left and accelerated, and he stopped, or she'd stopped. And I was looking left, and I accelerated, and I just knocked the corner with a little dent in the corner. And they were Russian, and they didn't like it, and the car is not broken. And he said, are you going to admit it's your fault? I said, no, I was taught never to admit faults in a car accident and let the insurance company do it. That's because you're not a man. So I thought,
Whatever.
okay, whatever, yeah.
You know,
You
if
said
that's,
no,
if that is so,
Let it go.
if that is so,
But anyway, they ended up calling the police, and I'm sat there waiting for the police. So I couldn't go for my walk this morning. And in the end, the police called back and says, we're going to be about 4 hours because we've got other things to do. And but if you want to come to the police station, so that they made us all go to the police station. By this time, I'd already done it in my app on the phone, my insurance, the parte, yeah. And we got there, and the policeman said, "Oh, you can't park here. You got to park there." And they put us round. We eventually got out the car, got to the police station. The policewoman came out and sort of said, "Anybody injured?" No, she says, "You don't need to report it then."
Usual, yeah.
that's the most important, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, and then Christine was still meditating then.
I got back and she says, "You stole it. You stole my meditation because you came home early."
And he phoned me 2 times.
I phoned
I
her.
was
Yeah,
just
I phoned her to say I'd had an
drifting away.
accident. She's saying, "So what? I'm meditating."
No, I didn't.
No, she was very nice. And
Did you phone today? Did you had girl time today, Christine?
Yeah,
a special
Yes.
girl time.
Girl
for
time.
Stephanie's birthday.
Exactly.
Happy birthday, Stephanie. if
Happy
you're
birthday,
birthday,
watching.
Stephanie, if you're
Steffi.
watching. And if you're watching, Malika, it's not your birthday yet, but we'll say happy birthday to you on your birthday as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the
Alright.
comments.
Yes,
Ah,
please.
yes.
I've
please.
starred a few comments.
I was gonna ask. Oh, I have to say, I have to give a shout out actually.
Go
So Neil Davidson, if you're watching this, hello, and thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. See if you got a comment or anything. If you want to join, then let us know.
I didn't see Neil in the comments, but he's usually around.
Yes.
Let me just see what the ones I starred here. They were going back towards. Oh, why won't that work? Oh no, Faulty Towers moment. I'm taking my life in my hands. I was, yeah. Here we
What
go.
would it be without?
Ian Mawson's watching from Cyprus, but he's going to be here next year in July, and he's going to buy some drinks. Cool dude. Nikki says social media unfortunately has a few nasty people who only see toxic behaviour in others and not themselves. Diane Parotta from New York saying hi from New York. Lovely being able to be here and loves us all. Roger Channing, evening everybody. Ian the doorman says evening from a very hot reef. Was that the Great Barrier Reef, Ian?
Or the Tenerife?
Yeah, Tenerife, yeah. And he was going to stalk me today as well, and I didn't turn up. Mark saying, rub it in, why don't you, Ian the Domer, because Mark was here last week on the Monday meetup. And Richard Walton saying, man, rants were public when I was young and I got the consequences, but today with social media I can get away with it without consequences. Yeah, but don't forget, with the social media, everything you do now is online forever. When I was young, I could do stupid stuff and nobody was filming it. So that's the positive thing.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
That is
Yes,
true.
I feel we've become very transparent also. I mean, it has two sides. It has the side that you can hide, obviously, very well. In social media, obviously, you can
Are we boring
create
you?
your avatar, or hide anywhere, but in the end, it also reflects the behavior you're having.
Uh-huh.
It shows, and it's something you cannot really hide too long. It's
Yep.
like we were talking about last week in the mirror. It will always reflect in the
Exactly.
end.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to answer
think,
Jill Gardinier asking if Ian is an executive producer. Is he on the payroll now? I just want to confirm that Ian is on the payroll and he gets paid exactly the same amount as all the other executive
Same.
producers. In fact, I give him double what I give all the others.
Double
2 zeros.
nothing is nothing.
But I will be. We will go out for dinner when he comes over, and we'll see whether there's money in the pot for that. So if you want to go and help us out for that, then don't forget you can go to timothydowd.com and support the channel. Well, that's cool. It's right over everybody.
Yeah.
Go to timothydowd.com and go to the support page, and you can support us there. You can join the channel here, or you can donate online. And all the money that you donate goes to helping you inform you like we're doing today, and having fun. So if you want to come and have fun as well, don't forget every Monday we have Meetup Monday. I'd like to thank all the people that came last Monday. And there was Ian the Doorman and Maria. There was oh my God, Annie and Lee, and the two people that I forgot their names 3 times, and I burnt it in. It's
I forgot them.
I forgot them. Oh my God.
Was he Peter, the German
No,
guy?
the German guy was Detlef.
And the different.
And the 2 others that were there, I asked them 3 times the names. I've got it on the tip of my tongue. On the tip of my tongue. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's there.
Right.
I'm gonna pull it out.
It was Wendy and Peter Pan. There you go, Wendy and Peter Pan. It was.
Peter Pan.
Yeah, and Wendy. Oh God, I feel so embarrassed now. I even made an Eselsbrücke to remember it. It's not coming. It's not coming. I do apologize. I'm gonna go and watch it again. I'm gonna apologize to you profusely. What? 2 less subscribers now. Oh no.
Oh.
Listen.
I think it was Jill and Barry.
Jill and Barry.
Thanks, Ian. It was Jill and Barry. Amazing. I'm not saying that their names were so normal that for me it was really hard to remember. I do apologize for that. Jill and Barry, there you go.
He got a pay raise, right?
Yeah, you got to.
Let's say a question for you. Can I throw a question back to you?
To Juliane, yeah.
To yourselves.
To me.
If you want to put an answer into it, what did we do before we had internet and social media?
I can answer that. If you're talking about how did we interact before
Yes.
social media, then basically children would go and play outside. Basically,
Kick the can.
yeah, they would interact physically, and the
Youngsters would go to the pub.
the youngsters would go to the pub or the youth centre to do the social interactions. So normal people, working class people would go down the pub or the social club for social interactions. Getting information, kids would read comics and watch the TV.
Yeah.
So John Craven's News Round for the youngsters was a big thing in Britain. Of course, the news would come on at a certain times, and you could get your news there. But there were also newspapers, real newspapers then, that just said the news, what had happened. and there were also tabloids then. And even in America, there was these tabloids that was sort of say an alien ate my grandmother or something like that. So you had all the same weirdo types of people, and there'd also be flyers out on the street and little fanzines and magazines that people would self produce. So we've been producing rubbish, misinformation, propaganda for years. It's just made it easier to get it out there now.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think nothing much has changed. It's just the funnel has changed.
Yeah.
But I've said this
Exactly.
before, and I'll say it again. I'm 60 now, so anybody between 50 and above now has probably not really got a filter. If you're under 50, I think you're right in the area where you can filter your information, where you know that it's all rubbish and you just filter out the bits you want. But anybody who's 50 and above gets overwhelmed by the amount of information out there
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
is
definitely.
surprised when half of it's not true, which I think we really need to teach older people like me that not everything you read. I mean, it used to be don't believe everything you read in the newspapers, and it's exactly the same for the internet, but it's times a million.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a tool like any other tool. And don't forget, we're not talking about the whole of the planet here. We're only talking about a small privileged group of people that are able to look at cat videos. All the up and coming countries are using the internet for fantastic innovations. Like this, there's a book called The Springboard Story, where somebody in Africa could log on to the CDC website in America and find out what they would need to do to cure malaria. I mean, that was a fantastic thing there in the 80s when it all started kicking off, and in the 90s. So the internet has brought such benefits. And you asked Ian what's happened in the last 2 years for the internet. YouTube for me has given me a platform
Yep.
that you wouldn't believe. It's also helped all the people that watch us to get to Tenerife virtually when they couldn't come the last 2 years. And look at all the people we've got now. So it isn't all doom and gloom. It's only doom and gloom if you allow it. And they
Yeah.
do say that if you push the wall at the bottom, you're never going to move it. You got to push the wall at the top. So just put your filter on. Anyway, that's me.
Yeah.
Don't not cat
Yeah.
videos, says
Yeah.
Stuart Adams.
Yeah. I feel very similar what you just said. I feel that distraction just has shifted. It's just a different form of distraction. Whereas years ago, as a kid, you are distracted in a different way, or I was distracted in a different way, or I had to um, fill a void in as opposed to now, right? So internet is a really useful tool, and has helped definitely also now over the last 2 years, keeping people connected in moments where they were separated. So I'm very grateful for that. Yes, absolutely. It's what Tim was saying, the filter that makes it very important to filter out the right and true facts, actually, and it can get very much overwhelming, and people, maybe because it's so overwhelming, get this in this sense of not trusting, or who do I trust, what do I trust.
Yeah, Mark's just
And
put up a
that's
comment there
and
saying
that's and that's where I believe it's even more so important to trust in the first place, to learn how to trust your own self, to be able to work on that, is a huge challenge, and it's it's doable, but it's work. It's you got to earn that trust, your own trust.
Yeah, I mean, Mark was saying now, I don't know, I think I have a filter. I just don't trust half the stuff on social media. I'm 56. By the filter, I mean that it is automatic and it doesn't bug you. So I think the people over 50 have to actively filter the information, where people under 50 tend to do it subconsciously. That they pick and choose their modes of communication, their channels of information. Some people choose the ones that are wrong, like the Flat Earth Society and stuff like that. So, well, I mean, I don't want to get into the Flat Earth whether it's right or wrong or not, but you know what I'm saying. They'll choose to go into a dialogue with like-minded people that end up just disappearing up their own. Can you say
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you can. So so it's basically our generation, if you like, just needs to learn that the internet is not important. What people say on the internet is not important.
Yeah.
In fact, you got to learn that you're not important. In fact, nobody's important. We're nihilists now. Yeah, we're going to be nihilists. Where's my black jumper?
That's,
However, we got
That's-
to make ourselves important enough to care enough about ourselves. That's where we are important again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm really grateful for having met all of you guys.
Wow.
Some of you not in person yet, not yet, but it's coming.
I would say likewise, Juliana.
Thank you.
Definitely. It's put a new handle on my life at the moment.
Good.
And we're
As I
quite
say,
glad that
Agnes.
you're here, Ian, because without you,
Yeah.
I'd have to listen to Juliane's ramblings.
Exactly.
Oh,
That would be horrible. You are making it so much more funny with your Scottish accent and with the teddy in the back.
Yeah, I noticed